Hello, welcome to today's 20-minute yoga flow for when you are on your cycle. We will start in child's pose. I brought my two big toes together and my knees wide apart here to get more into the hips, but you could bring your knees together to give a little bit more love to your lower back if that feels nice. But just taking a moment here to settle and arrive on the mat and in your body. And then walking your hands towards the left side of the mat. They'll probably walk off the mat. You can reach through your right fingertips as you tack your right hip crease back in space. Breathing here into the right side body. And walking your hands through center before taking them off the right side of the mat. This time, reaching a little bit more through your left fingertips as that left hip draws back in space, and let your left armpit be really heavy. And try to prevent it from lifting up. And once again, walk your hands through center. Take one more big cycle of breath here in your child's pose, remembering you can come back here at any point during your practice. And then ripple forward to all fours, stacking shoulders over top of wrists and your hips above your knees, and move through some cycles of cat-cow. Inhaling to drop your belly, lift your tail, heart, and gaze to the sky, and exhale as you round through your spine, tucking chin to chest. Again, inhale, your tail, your heart, and your gaze lift up, and as you exhale, rounding through the spine. So you'll move through your cat-cow shapes on your own time and on your own breath, with the option here of staying in the more linear cat-cow pattern or start to add body rolls or circles or just any sort of moving with intuition here. And then begin to find stillness in your body, and we'll set up for Anahatasana. So stacking your hips directly over top of your knees, you'll walk your hands forward a bit and drop your heart to the earth. So this is not child's pose. It's a version again where you have this 90-degree angle at the knees, hips are stacked right over top of the knees, and your heart melts down to the earth. You can either bring your forehead or your chin down, depending on what feels good in your body. So really breathing into the heart space here, opening up through your chest. And then pulling yourself forward to lie down on your belly and finding Sphinx pose here. So placing elbows underneath your shoulders, hands are parallel to one another, forearms parallel to one another, and gently drawing your heart through the gates of your arms as you breathe here like a Sphinx. On your next exhale, slowly come all the way down, and we'll set up for a chest opener. Bring your right ear to the mat and bring your right hand to the mat and arm to the mat in either a goalpost arm, so 90-degree angle, or extend that right arm out to the side. You're going to roll over onto your right side body with the option of stacking your left side on top of the right or taking your left foot behind you. You're on your left fingertips for support and breathing through the chest. So really, really big stretch through the right shoulder. Come on to your belly, and we'll do the same thing on the left side. Bring your left ear to the mat. Find that goal post or extend the left arm long. It's whichever really feels best in your body. An option to stack or tap the right toes behind you. Come back down onto your belly. You'll plant your hands by your lowest ribs and press up to all fours. When you're in all fours, you might take a cycle of cat-cow again. And send it back to child's pose. Again, child's pose is that place that you can come back to at any point during today's practice, especially today. If you are on your cycle, you're not feeling like yourself, this is a safe space to be. Also, Shavasana. You can stay in child's pose or Shavasana for the entire class, and you are absolutely practicing yoga. Come forward onto all fours. Plant your right foot beside your right thumb. Your left fingertips or your left palm will plant onto the mat, and you'll sweep your right fingertips up towards the sky. So you're in this twisted low lunge. It's a pretty gentle twist here. Keep hugging your inner thighs towards one another. And then bring your right hand to the mat. Heel toe your right foot in between your thumbs. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and plant your left foot so that you have a heel to arch alignment before windmilling yourself up to Warrior Two. I want you to think about wrapping your right inner thigh back and down in space and pressing firmly into the pinky side edge of your left foot. On your next exhale, bring your hands down to frame that right foot. Come onto your left tippy toes. You're going to heel toe your right foot all the way to your left hand now, and then step your left leg behind the right. You're setting yourself up for a seated twist. Option here to extend your left leg long. That's what I did. It felt nice today. If you want to keep the left knee bent, that's totally fine. Make sure both of your sits bones are on the earth. Try to keep that spine nice and long and tall as you rotate. So rotating behind the navel as you roll your right shoulder back. You'll gently uncross your legs, set your feet mat width distance apart, your hands behind you, and simply windshield wiper out the legs. And then you'll roll over your shins and once again find all fours. And any sort of quick moment here that feels really nice. Before taking your left foot to your left thumb, planting your right palm and sweeping left fingertips up towards the sky. On your next exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat, heel toe your left foot to the center of the mat, and bring your right foot down for Warrior Two. Press into your feet to windmill yourself up into that Warrior Two. In Warrior Two, you're stacking your shoulders over top of your hips and reaching out through all 10 fingertips. On your next exhale, hands come down to frame your left foot, pop up onto your right tippy toes. Heel toe your left foot all the way to the right side of the mat, and then walk that right foot in so you're setting up for your seated twist. Again, you have the option of keeping the right knee bent or once again extended out long, and that's what felt really good for me today. Take your left hand behind you and wrap your right arm around the left leg. Really try to keep your spine long. Make sure you're not really rounding into the lower back. Keep your pelvis tilted slightly forward. And gently unravel once again. Set your feet mat width distance apart and just windshield wiper out those legs. And when you're ready, you'll roll over your shins. Come to all fours, and then if it feels good for you right now, take it back to downward facing dog. And anything that feels good to do in your downward facing dog today. So you can walk it out, you can take the hips from side to side. Exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Swing your legs off to one side so that you can find your seat, and then gently and with control, lower down onto your back. We're setting up for bridge pose, so your heels will meet the mat, heels underneath the knees. Bend your elbows alongside your waist, fingertips to the sky. Press into your feet, press into the backs of your arms, and lift your hips. Option to keep those little T-Rex arms at the 90-degree, or interlace your hands behind your back and allow your interlaced hands to really press into the mat. Think about wrapping your inner thighs down towards the mat as you lengthen your tailbone towards the backs of your knees. On your next exhale, lower all the way down. Set your feet mat width distance apart and allow your knees to knock in towards one another. You'll have the option of doing one more bridge pose. If that doesn't feel good in your body today, stay as you are and breathe. I really want you to honor how you're feeling, listen to your body. If you're taking another bridge, set your feet hip width distance apart. Press into the soles of your feet, press into the backs of your arms, lift your hips, and again, option to interlace your hands behind your back. Send breath to where you feel sensation. And when you are ready, exhale, lower all the way down onto your back. Heel toe your feet mat width distance apart and allow your knees to knock in towards one another, or windshield wiper out the legs from here, lying down on your back. When you're ready, roll over onto your side of your choosing and take a breath here. You'll gently press yourself up to seated. Extend your legs out long in front of you. And today I decided to set my feet a little bit wider than usual. You'll take the flesh out from underneath your seat. Make sure that your pelvis is tilted forward. And then you can bring the legs flush together, or I set my feet a little bit wider. Tuck your chin towards your chest and allow yourself to roll down. So we're not thinking about keeping the spine long in this version of the seated forward fold. I want you to really, really round. I'm showing a variation here where I've interlaced my hands and I'm resting my forehead on my hands or my palms. You can also just kind of let your hands drape, which is ultimately where I ended up. They just rested alongside my body with my palms to the sky. This is a very gentle, once again, very rounded version of Paschimottanasana. So you're not pushing or pulling at all here. I'm looking for more of an opening through your back than a big stretch through the hamstrings. Breathing into your belly here, really giving your body the information that it is safe and can relax. Your next inhale, walk your hands back towards your hips, the soles of your feet to the mat, just so that you can, once again, lie down on your back. You're going to kick your right heel to the sky. Keep your right ankle flexed as you take it over top of the left thigh for a figure 4 shape. You have the option of keeping the sole of your left foot on the mat, absolutely. Or you can reach through that little window you've made and grab a hold of somewhere along your left leg. I chose to hold the back of your thigh. You could grab the front of your shin, but I really don't want you to be pushing too much here. This is about rest, comfort. And then keep your legs as they are, but let that left foot come down to the mat. Keep the figure 4 shape. Just drop your legs towards the left. Your arms will be in a cactus or a capital T shape. So you're finding a twist with figure 4 legs. Keep your right hip heavy and breathe into the right side body. Draw your navel to your spine and come back up. Set your feet onto the mat, taking a cycle of breath before setting up for the second side. Kick that left heel to the sky and keep your left ankle flexed as you take it over top of your right thigh for your figure 4. Option to reach through that window you've made and grab somewhere along your right leg, either the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. Again, you're not worrying about pushing or pulling here. You're worrying about what feels good and safe and comforting in your body right now. As best you can, keep your tailbone and your shoulders heavy. Let your right foot meet the mat. Find a capital T or cactus shape in your arms, and then once again, keep the figure 4 shape as your legs fall towards the right. Your left hip will likely lift up, but try to keep this energetic pull of it down towards the earth. That'll help you get more of a stretch through the left side waist, the outer hip, the front of the hip. Draw your navel to spine as you unravel, come back up to center. From here, once more, windshield wiper out the legs. Breathe. When you are ready, draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. And you have the option of staying here, or you can take happy baby by separating your knees and reaching to grab a hold of the outsides of your feet. Again, the tail is really heavy. From here, setting up for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined cobbler's pose. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall wide apart. If you have blocks or books here and you need the support underneath your knees, or you would like the support underneath your knees today, please put them there. Option to mimic that diamond shape up overhead, resting one palm in the other. Beginning to breathe really deeply into your belly here. Slowly beginning to extend your exhales, making them just as long, if not longer, than your inhales. Giving your body full permission to relax and to let go. You are more than welcome to stay here for your final shape of the practice. If and when you'd like to take Shavasana, you'll bring your hands very gently to your knees. You'll close your knees like a book, softly, slowly, sweetly. And then extend your legs out long, setting yourself up for a more traditional Shavasana. Your legs are long, your arms are long, taking up space and finding rest. Please stay here as long as you'd like. If and when you are ready to move on, slowly bring small movements to your fingers and to your toes. You might give your head a little shake from side to side, and you might take that full body stretch by pointing through your toes as you reach your arms up overhead. Roll over onto your left side today and pause. When you're ready, gently press yourself up to seated. Find a comfortable cross-legged position. Bring your hands to your thighs. Slowly, you'll begin to rub your palms against one another. Slowly and then faster, 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 creating heat through the palms. And then bring the heels of your hands to your eyes. Just allow that warmth to touch your eyes before allowing your hands to come down your face, perhaps to your heart. Perhaps one hand to your heart, one hand to your womb. And then bring your hands to prayer at heart center, thanking yourself for taking this time to move your body even when you weren't feeling your best. We end with the word that means the divine light in me bows to the divine light in you. Namaste. Thank you for your time.